our math lesson today, we are going to be completing another review activity. Now today we are going to be completing our vocabulary review, which is on page 146 of our Envisions Volume 1 workbook. If you need to pause the video to go ahead and get your workbook out, please go ahead and do so. So as we said, we are going over our review today on page 146. Let's get started. So, before we begin working on any of the problems, let's go ahead and look at our word list. Our word list is located in this box on the right-hand side of the page. The word list contains vocabulary words such as doubles plus fact, make 10, open number line, and whole. Now, as we work through each of these problems, we will see one of these vocabulary words. So let's get started, and then we'll talk about each of these words as we go. Number 1 says circle true or false. Our problem says 10 plus 5 equals 15 is a doubles plus fact. Is this true or false? In one of our previous lessons, Topic 3, Lesson 4, we discussed doubles plus facts. In a doubles plus fact, it's when you use a doubles fact, for example, 6 plus 6, to help you solve a doubles plus fact, for example, 6 plus 7. You use a doubles fact to get you to your total and a doubles plus fact to change the add-in. So like we said in our example, if I say 6 plus 6 is a doubles fact and 6 plus 7 is a near doubles fact, then is 10 plus 5 equals 15 a doubles plus fact? Is this true or false? What do we think? So, I'll write it at the top. So if I was saying, like I said, using the doubles fact 6 plus 6, and I know that is 12, and I know that is 12, then I use a doubles plus fact, so 6 plus 7, which is just one more, to get 13. 6 plus 7 is a doubles plus fact. Is 10 plus 5 equal 15 a doubles plus fact? True or false? This would be false. 10 plus 5 equals 15 is not a doubles plus fact. In number 2, it says circle true or false. So just like we did in number 1. It says in the equation below, 8 is the whole. 10 plus 8 equals 18. So we need to decide, is 8 the whole of this equation? True or false? So in our equation on number 2, 10 plus 8 equals 18. Is 8 the whole of the equation? True or false? Are we saying that statement that 8 is the whole is true, or is it false? Well, we've talked about how the two numbers that are being added together are called the add-ins in an equation. So here we see that the number 8 is one of our add-ins. And the question is saying that 8 is the whole number. But here in our equation we see 8 is one of the add-ins, and that 10 plus 8 equals 18, which would make 18 our whole. So is this statement true or false, that 8 is the whole? This statement is false. 8 is not the whole. The number 18 is the whole, and 8 is just one of the add-ins. On number 3, there are a few different ways that you can answer this question. On number 3, it says, show how to make 10 to add 8 plus 6. So I know that we have a few different ways of solving. Some may just rewrite the equation, and some might make a tens frame. So for number 3, I'm going to let you decide how you would like to show how to make 10 to add 8 plus 6. Now, I have said before how Mrs. Collier prefers to use a tens frame to show. So I will show how to use a tens frame, but if you would like to write an equation and do it a different way, that would be okay too, because this is our review. So I'm going to make a tens frame. So I'm going to make 2, 4, 6, 8, and then 10, 8 itself. So I know when I make a tens frame, I have 10 frames in it. So it's called a tens frame. So I'm going to put 8, because that's my first added, into my tens frame. So I'm going to put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I made 8 marks in my frame. Now I need to add 6. So I'm going to change my color just so we can see a little bit better. So I'm going to add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So what I could do, I was able to make 10 in my tens frame. I know this is 5 and 5. So I showed 10. And now I'm going to add the number outside of my tens frame. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So now I am able to solve 8 plus 6 by making 10 in the tens frame and adding 4. And 10 plus 4 is equal to what? 14. So 10 plus 4 is the same as saying 8 of my black dots plus 6 of my red dots is also equal to 14. So this is one way on number 3 that we can show how to make 10 to add 8 plus 6. Now, if you would like to go ahead and pause the video to copy this method, please go ahead and pause it now. I'm going to erase our tens frame to show a different way to solve. Another way to make 10 to add 8 plus 6 is to break the number 6 into two numbers. We've seen this done before when working with an open number line. So if I were to rewrite this equation, if I were to write 8 plus, I could break 6 into a couple different numbers. I think I'm going to break it into 2 and 4. So if I just rewrite the problem, I know that 2 plus 4 is equal to 6. So I'm just rewriting our equation. I'm writing 8 plus 6, but I broke the number 6 into two numbers. So if I wanted to make 10, how can I make 10 out of these numbers here? Well, I know that 8 plus 2 is equal to 10. So this equation is the same as saying, adding these two numbers together, 10 plus 4. It's the same problem. We just changed the add-ins a little bit. Well, 10 plus 4 is equal to 14. So this equation is the same as saying 8 plus 6 equals 14. So that is another way that we can show how to make 10 to add 8 plus 6. So we used the tens frame, and then we also used rewriting our equation. On number 4, it says write a doubles plus fact. Doubles plus facts are also sometimes called near doubles. So as we saw at the top of our workbook page when I was working on number 1, I used a doubles plus fact, 6 plus 7, to solve for 13. So for number 4, you get to write your own doubles plus fact. Now remember, a doubles fact looks like 6 plus 6, 5 plus 5, 4 plus 4, and so on. So a doubles plus fact is usually 1 or 2 numbers higher than the doubles fact. So for example, if I were to use the doubles fact 5 plus 5, a doubles plus fact or near doubles fact that I could write for this would be 5 plus 6. Because I know my doubles fact 5 plus 5 is equal to 10. So 5 plus 6, well 6 is just one more. So I know my answer will be one more. So for my doubles plus fact, I'm going to circle it down here. I wrote 5 plus 6 equals 11. So on number 4, I want you to write your own doubles plus fact. Don't use the one that I said. I want you to write your own. And go ahead and pause the video as needed because we're going to keep on moving on. Number 5 says show 15 on the open number line. So on number 5, we are working with an open number line. We worked with open number lines in topic 3, lesson 2. Now on an open number line, we usually take an equation and plot the first addend on the open number line, and then use addition to add or jump a number of spaces to a different number. Now on an open number line, we do not write every single number. So for example, I would not write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I would not do that on an open number line. It's an open line, so that means I'm able to jump and hop as needed. So like what Mrs. Collier was talking about, for example, if I have the equation, let's do, here, I'll write it down at the bottom. You don't have to do this part, you can just watch me. So if I have the equation 4 plus 7, we'll do that. So 4 plus 7, I could start with the number 4 and write that on my number line. So I'm going to pick this spot, I'm going to say 4. I need to jump 7 places. Well, just like we did in our part on number 3, how we broke the number 6 into 2 numbers, we can do that with number 7. So with the number 7, I'm going to break the number 7 into a 6 and a 1, I think. So if I'm going to jump from 4, I'm going to jump 6 spaces. And I'm going to land right here. What is 4 plus 6? We can count this one on our fingers if we're not sure. What is 4 plus 6? 4 plus 6 is 10. And I know I'm writing it kind of small. I'm sorry, guys. So 4 plus 6 is 10. So if I have to jump 7 spaces, I have to jump 1 more time. So I'm going to jump 1. Then what is 10 plus 1? 10 plus 1 is 11. So this shows me that 4 plus 7 is equal to 11. So if you see on my open number line, I did not write 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 10. I just put 4 on my number line, on my open number line, and then I jumped 6 spaces and wrote 1 mark and jumped 1 more. So I'm going to go ahead and erase this. So on number 5, it wants us to show the number 15. So it did not give us an equation. It's just telling us to show 15 on an open number line. So it wants you to write the number 15 on the open number line. Like on some of our problems, you can do number 5 a couple of different ways in whichever way you want. So Mrs. Collier will start you off. So what you could do, you could write the number 15 and then write the 2 numbers. So the number that goes before 15 and the number that goes after 15, you could show it on the open number line that way. You could also, let's see, write 15 and then write the 2 numbers that come after 15. So you could write it a couple different ways. You could also write 15 at the end of the open number line and write the 2 numbers that come before it. So on number 5, you have a few different ways that you can show the number 15 on an open number line. So for our last problem, we are going to use our vocabulary words in writing. So let's go over our word list one more time. So in our problems, we used doubles plus fact. So we saw that on number 1, we said doubles plus fact. And number 4, we said doubles plus fact. And we also had make 10 on our word list. We used make 10 on number 3. And I don't see it anywhere else, just on number 3. Then we also had open number line. We said open number line on number 5 and talked about it there. And we also had whole, and we talked about whole in problem number 2. So now let's look at number 6. It says use vocabulary in writing. What strategy could help you solve 7 plus 8 equals blank? Use at least one term from the word list. So this box at the top is called the word list. So it wants you to tell what strategy you could use by using one of these words in the word list. So we want to know what strategy could help you solve 7 plus 8 equals question mark. So on number 6, what you could do, you could just write one of these strategies from the word list in the blank, and then I want you to show me with your numbers how you could use that strategy to solve. So for example, if you are going to use a doubles plus fact to help you solve 7 plus 8, you are going to write doubles plus fact in the blank and then show me the doubles plus fact and doubles fact you'll use to solve the problem. If you're going to make 10, I want you to write make 10 and then show me how you make 10 by either making an equation or writing a tens frame. If you choose to use an open number line, write open number line and then show me on an open number line how you used it to solve 7 plus 8. So on number 6, you get to pick the strategy that you want to use. You will write that strategy below and then show me how you use that strategy to solve. If you have any questions with our review that we did today, please let me know. And if you have more time during your math block today, please go to the Math Intervention tab in our Google Classroom to watch the video on how to access assignments in Savas if you have not already. I'll see you later.